You should be properly hydrated at all times anyway. Hey guys, it's Kim Dion, and this is my weekly Word on Wellness, where I give you realistic, holistic advice so that you can get the most out of your life one bite at a time. And today I'm going to tell you how not to get sick, basically. I'm going to give you 10 effective strategies to boost your immune system so that during cold and flu season, which is upon us, you don't need to be calling in to work sick. Unless, of course, you want to call in sick. But if you want to, you probably just want to be playing hooky or something. And if that's the case, then you probably don't actually want to be sick. Who wants to be sick? No one. So I've got your back today. I'm going to be talking about 10 effective immune boosting strategies. You've probably heard some of them before, but you may not have known the why behind them. So I'm going to outline the 10 and tell you a little bit about why they're so good for you. Ready? Number 1 is water. You should be obviously properly hydrated for all sorts of reasons all the time, not just during cold and flu season, but it's particularly important to stay hydrated to beat cold and flu viruses, and that is because, one, it lubricates your mucous membranes, which is our first kind of entry point and line of defense against those pathogenic bacteria and viruses that want to enter our bodies and invade us. So with proper amount of hydration, you've got good mucous membrane protection, which will trap the little pathogens and then expel them. You know, when you get a snotty nose, that's what that's all about. And also, it just flushes the body from the inside out. It helps your lymphatic system flow, and all the rest, you excrete various toxins through poop and pee. So this is why water is so good for you. So drink up. Number 2 is make sure you're getting enough sleep. I've said this before. I talk about it all the time. You want to be getting between 7 and 9 hours on average. If you're sick, you probably need a little bit more, or if you're getting sick, you might need a little bit more. For example, sometimes when I'm feeling like I'm coming down with something, I just take a quick cat nap, whether if I have 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes is just what your body needs to fight things off. And why is sleep so important? Because when we're sleeping, especially at night when we're getting that 7 to 9 hours, that's when our body is releasing proteins, it's replenishing immune cells and antibodies, and it's also the time when our liver gets to do its awesome detox thing. You want to make sure that you are sleeping so all of those things are happening and your immune system really is functioning in the best way that it can. Number 3 is ditch the sugar. Now, you may or may not know that white refined sugar actually kind of paralyzes your immune system. It immobilizes your white blood cells, which are so important for fighting off viruses and bacteria. You need those white blood cells to be working properly, and sugar just kind of shuts them down. Ditch the sugar, or really cut back. Number 4 is increase your exposure to sunshine. Doesn't the sunshine just make us feel good anyway? Yes, it does. But there are a lot of actual biological reasons why this is. And what I'm talking about today is that it synthesizes vitamin D. Now, vitamin D, there's been a lot of research and studies that show that vitamin D actually supports the immune system. It does this by boosting our microbe-fighting molecules, and it also reduces inflammation. So you want to be getting it naturally through exposure, safe exposure to the sun. That's about 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight a day without sunscreen, because sunscreen will actually block your body's synthesis of vitamin D. Now, this can be hard for us Canadians when it becomes cold and you're just not going outside as much. In fact, most Canadians are vitamin D deficient, and other North Americans in colder climates. So what this means is that you generally do need to supplement with vitamin D. I take my vitamin D in my fish oil, so it's actually proven that omega-3s helps your body absorb vitamin D. You can get fish oils that have vitamin D right in there. Just take it every day. That's what I would recommend. Number 5 is probiotics. More and more people are finally, thank goodness, making the connection between our gut health and our overall health. That's because 70-80% of our immune system is actually located in the gut. It's called GALT, if you want to know, gut-associated lymphoid tissue. So because there's so much of our immune system in the gut, it makes sense that we should be feeding the gut with good, healthy probiotics. When we give probiotics, they outnumber, it's basically good bacteria that outnumber the bad bacteria and help fight off various pathogens and just keep us healthy in so many other ways. So you want to be including fermented foods into your diet. I love talking about fermented foods because they're so delicious. Talking about sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, various good quality yogurts, miso, tempeh. There's lots of fermented foods you can eat. If fermented foods aren't your thing yet, you can buy supplemental probiotics in the refrigerated section of your health food store. Look for multi-strained capsules. Find them in the fridge. Keep them in the fridge, okay? So probiotics. Number 6 is adding natural anti-microbial foods. Yum, yum. I know it sounds so scientific and gross, but they're actually delicious because who doesn't love garlic, onions, and ginger? So I use them every single day. They are full of antibacterial properties, antiviral properties, antifungal properties. I mean, these are really powerhouses of nutrition. They have lots of sulfur compounds in them. They're high in antioxidants, and this really supports your immune system. The thing is that they are best eaten raw in order to really boost your immunity. Now, I don't know how many of you guys out there actually like to eat raw garlic and onions. If you do, yay for you. I don't necessarily like that, so what I do is I saute my onions, I throw everything else on top, and then I'll add the garlic or ginger or whatever I'm cooking with more towards the end of the cooking process so they're not cooked to death. That's a tip for you, but if you do actually want to try to chew on a raw clove of garlic or some raw onions, if you feel like you're coming down with something, I have seen this in action, and it does work. Some food for thought. Number 7 is getting high antioxidant foods into your diet that have a lot of vitamin A and vitamin C in them. Now, I know you've heard of getting vitamin C when you're sick. Everyone loves to love on vitamin C because it is so fantastic and it does support components of the immune system to do their thing. So vitamin C rich foods, you know, it's like citrus foods. Yes, they have lots of vitamin C in them, but did you know that a kiwi or like a red pepper actually has more vitamin C than an orange? You might not. Even dark leafy greens. So you want to be adding vitamin C rich foods all the time. And vitamin A also basically helps support your mucous membrane health. And we've talked about the mucous membranes. This is our first kind of line of defense against all the bad guys. Now, the thing is, vitamin A comes in a lot of the foods that have vitamin C already, like anything orange or red, as you know already, carrots, peppers, squash, but also there's lots of vitamin A and vitamin C in dark leafy greens. You just can't see the red and orange pigment underneath all that green. Isn't that cool? So it's still there, the beta carotene, which gets converted into vitamin A in those foods. So you just want to be making sure that you eat lots of brightly colored plant foods. Number 8, you want to move to support your lymphatic system. If you don't know what your lymphatic system is, it's basically a network of lymph nodes and lymph fluid that goes all through your body, detecting the bad guys, dealing with them, and flushing them out. Yay, lymph system. We love the lymph system. The thing about the lymph system is that there is no automatic like pumping mechanism to push the fluid around and around in our bodies. The way that like our cardiovascular system does, where the heart pumps and pushes the blood through the system, the lymphatic system, it doesn't have that. So it requires us to move in order to move the fluid. You don't need to be a gym rat. You can go for a 20-minute walk or a 10-minute walk twice a day. A lot of people talk about rebounding exercises. This simply means going onto a trampoline and bouncing up and down. This is really good for lymph flow. And you'll see a lot of these yogis doing like headstands and handstands, and that's fantastic. I wish I could do those. I'm not there yet. Being upside down is actually really beneficial for your lymph flow. So if you can't do a handstand, simply just put your legs up a wall. Lay on the ground flat and put your legs up a wall for a couple of minutes, and this will stimulate that sort of lymph fluid flow, which will help support your immune system. And it's also really fun. It makes you feel like you're a kid again. Number 9 is don't touch your mucous membranes. So remember the mucous membranes. We talked about it already. Eyes, nose, mouth, ears, even in this region. This is generally the first place that the bugs get into our body. So we don't want that. And especially if you're out in public and you're walking around, you're touching things that have other people's germs on them. So my general rule of thumb is no touching your orifices in public. Wait till you can get home or get to a bathroom, wash your hands before you scratch your nose or your eyes. Okay? Now, number 10 is you can supplement. Now, a lot of people I know want to actually just do the supplementation without doing the 9 other things I just listed because, you know, we live in a culture of quick fixes and, you know, like, I'm getting sick, just give me something. I just want something that I can take so that I can feel better immediately. It doesn't necessarily work that way, but you can boost your immune system through various herbs and vitamins. And so if that's a route you want to go and you're coming down with something, try going out and getting some oil of oregano or echinacea, or like I said, vitamin D. Zinc is a great supplement to take when you're feeling like you're coming down with something. And also omega-3 fatty acids like fish oils and flax oils. These are all really good to support the immune system. So you can go out and try and get those and get your sleep. Take some, get some sleep, drink your water, do all the rest of the things and see what happens. I really have to say that overall, another very, very important way to support your immune system is to reduce your stress, because stress is immunosuppressive. That means it suppresses your immune system. So we don't want that, especially in cold and flu season or any time. So a lot of people talk about stress reduction practices or techniques like yoga, meditation, deep breathing. All of these are so fantastic. If you are not there yet, and that's not your lifestyle quite yet, because I know it wasn't mine for a long time and it took me a while to get there, you just try anything else that makes you feel relaxed, whether that's listening to music, watching a comedy, going out for a walk just in nature, like literally bend over and smell the flowers or the trees or the grass. There's a reason it's a cliche. It really does work. Find a way to relax because you want to be taking that stress away so that your immune system can flourish. So I'd love to hear from you. What do you do when you feel a cold or flu coming on? Do you take supplements? Do you sleep more? Do you have a time-honored recipe that's been handed down generation after generation that you like to cook up and that works for everyone? I'd love to hear about it. Hit me up in the comments section below. And of course, if you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends. And it would be great if you subscribe to my channel by clicking on the little KD over in the corner there. And of course, if you want more realistic, holistic advice and to stay in the loop with some of my whole food recipes that I like to share on email, head on over to my website at kimdion.com and sign up for my email updates. And please also don't forget that big change really does happen in small steps. So I really do appreciate you making me part of your real food adventure. And thanks for watching this video. Stay safe out there. Hands off the orifices. I'll see you next time.